seasons.
Okay, that's it for the NBA. Now time to talk about the Super Eagles of Nigeria, right? That's what we're going to be waiting for. I mean, we were heart pumping and all that. You know, when your team are 2 goals up, you're thinking, okay, it's going to be all goals, maybe 5 or 6, and then later they're...
I saw your comments last night,
right? 2-1. I was like, okay, should I continue watching this game or what? I mean, it was heartbreaking. Come on, you guys. Just...
Heartbreaking? What was heartbreaking about that, Cecilia?
You don't understand. You know, when you're watching a football match alone, if you're watching it with always you have someone to talk to. When you're watching alone, you're like, okay, we have this thing in the bag already.
You start talking to yourself.
You start talking to yourself, wondering, what are you guys doing? Come on. Well, it was a good game on the night. I mean, showed test of character from the boys, you know, 2-2, and they had to, you know, they had that reserve. I thought the guys were already tired, but somehow they had the reserve for Igalo to, you know, score the next one because it ended 3-2. What do you make of that?
Yeah, they were at some point, especially towards the hour mark. In the second half, they kept the Super Eagles on the back foot, and you knew when they got the first goal in the first half to make it 2-1, that going into the second half, the momentum might just be in their favor. And it was down to our tactical prowess to keep the Mediterranean Knights, as they call the Libyan national team, at bay. But unfortunately, we couldn't do that as much as we ought to. And our boys were tiring out. They were on the back foot, and deservedly, the Libyans got the second goal. But kudos out to go the way of the Eagles for rising up to the occasion almost immediately. The technical advisor brought on John Ogu, and the league play between him and man of the moment, Odion Judigalo, who sold the Libyans a dummy to get the third goal. And that was the needed boost at that moment in time, and we got it. Much maligned Jude Odion has now scored 5 goals in 2 games, which is very, very commendable.
Absolutely. I mean, we're going to talk about what you make of the Libyans, the equalizer, especially the second one. The first one, understandably so, that it was difficult. They had and all the right in front, but the build-up they had in that second goal before the final score.
Well, I felt Leon Balogun should have dropped a pace back to close ranks. Boys were they just that momentary loss in concentration.
Kindly hold your thoughts there. I know you have a lot to say about how that goal was considered, but we need to go on a break now. We'll come back. We'll continue with a review of Nigeria's match against Libya.
Top of the table, joint top of the table with Knowledge Musona of. Oh, this is a great. Musa, oh, they're walking into the net. Easy as you like. The Libyans carved open, and it's Ahmed Igalo again. 4 goals in 2 matches now against the Libyans, and it's the perfect start for the Super Eagles.
But he's that type of striker, Titi. He always hangs around the box, and obviously the first ball played to Musa was not offside. At the time Musa crosses it, I think Igalo was more like on the same line. And yes, there were possibilities. It was nice to maybe look at a higher angle to see if we can see anything. But look,
13 was Nigeria's last triumph in South Africa. And they find in a group with them, drawn in a same group as Igalo. Lays off now to the skipper. Musa stays on his feet beautifully and tags it. It's all starting to look a little bit too easy. Super Eagles taking off early here in the Sparks.
Well, that's what it'll be. But if you look at the amount of work that the captain had to do in trying to free that ball from the cluster of legs of the Libyan defense, it was fantastic. Yes, there was a little bit of fortune in some of the touches that basically fell for him in his favor before he could tow it into the back of the net. But look at Igalo, how selfless he was in the just setting it across, getting the favor to the captain.
Turns provider, the goal scorer turns provider this time around, and sets it up. Well, I mean, there was still a lot of work, as you say, for the skipper to do. Beats 2 men, 2 tackles.
Welcome back to Channel Sports this morning. We're still talking about Nigeria's very narrow win over Libya in Sparks yesterday, an African Cup Nations qualifier. And Kayode, before we went on that break, we're talking about the performance of the players. I think it's only right we just go through the players from back to front. Let's start with the defense now, player ratings. How would you rate the performances of starting with Francis Uzor in goal?
Well, the goalkeeper, as much as in the past few games, he has shown agility and sharp reflexes. But
in that game, yeah.
We saw nerves again and again. It was in jitters. His judgment was quite suspect. Even the first goal, I felt he should have judged the flight of the ball well in trying to do better, but that he couldn't. I'll rate him average.
Put a number over 10. 5 over 10, even though he produced 2 fantastic saves.
Yeah, 2 fantastic saves. Basically, that was what I said. But he should be getting better because he's been at the World Cup. You played 3 games at the World Cup. That's the biggest stage. Your confidence should have received a boost. Now you're playing AFCON qualifiers and we're still witnessing some jitters and showing that. Nah, it shouldn't be happening at all.
All right, let's move on to Leon Balogun.
Yeah, for Leon Balogun, his judgment too was below par. He should have leaned back for the first goal, even for the second. He didn't drop a pace back. And for a centre half, you should be aware, even for players behind you. That's why you are at centre half, to witness the pitch of play and try to keep the opposition at bay. That didn't do too well. I rate him 4 over 10.
Wow.
4 over 10. True second.
True second, the better of the centre halves. He did well, creditably. And I felt he was the one that was quite assured of the 2 centre halves. I'll give him 5 over 10.
Okay, and the last guy that we saw there talking about Olaino, what do you make of?
Well, Olaino defended too narrow when the Libyans built attacks. And even I felt maybe he was isolated. The other guy from the flank should have closed ranks to help him, which made him do too much.
Okay, but Collins wasn't really active.
No, I'm not talking of Collins. Now, Collins is the left back. Yeah. The right back on the night was Olaino. He defended too narrow. The Libyans kind of got a few joys from the full-back position, from the wings, basically. And I felt he should also have done better. And for some reasons, he got tired too early. I was wondering, your fitness level...
Was it the only one, though?
It wasn't the only one, but I particularly spotted him out a number of times, holding onto his waist, bending, and whatever. Like, what's going on with this young man? Is he not fit enough? I would say 5 over 10.
Wow, a lot of 5s.
Jamil Collins, for me, I would say he did quite well. More game time.
Okay.
I want more game time from Jamil Collins. In the first game against Libya, creditably well. His link-up play and trying to join the attack was quite commendable. But yesterday, because of the pressure, it didn't buckle. But, you know, with more games, the confidence level will go a notch higher. And I think going forward, he should look in his direction more as the left back because he has shown potentials. Another 5.
All right, let's go to the midfield now.
Okay.
To the midfield. For Ogenekaru at Tebo.
Okay.
Too many loose balls.
Yeah.
Too many loose balls. I wasn't really impressed because last week I even was expecting him to be the creative outlet ahead of Alex Iwobi, if you recall. But over the 2 games, I feel he should have done better. Another 5. Alex Iwobi, a bit selfish at some point, but he was ebullient. We saw the ebullience and he was creative. He wasn't just a playmaker who would just eat and hope. He aimed for the ball. He knew where he was playing the ball to. And the men up front got service whenever Alex Iwobi got the ball. I'll rate him 6 over 10.
6 over 10. Wilfred Ndidi?
Wilfred Ndidi, loose balls as well. Pick a needless yellow card. Picked a needless yellow card. 5 over 10.
Just with that alone, 5 over 10.
It was good. It was upsetting. It was good before that time.
Let's go to the attack.
That will give John Ogu opportunity.
Yeah, we'll see about that. The coach still has to decide on that one. Let's go to the attack now. Yeah, the attackers, Ahmed Musa got a goal.
Well, he took his goal well, but he has to improve on his crosses.
Okay. Yes, thank you.
He has to improve on his crosses.